It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll see the only two teams to meet in the Super Bowl 3 different times. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers on Thursday night primetime.
We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela rivers, and welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen here. Greg, we've been around for a minute, as the kids like to say. I called your games. There are guys who you played with back in your day who are now the veteran players in the league, and we got a couple of veterans here at quarterback. What a difference it makes for a team when they come in with a guy who knows what he's doing back at quarterback.
Oh, and it really does. And remember, Mike, the only way to gain experience is to gain experience. There's no magic formula. You got to be in the fire, make mistakes, make great plays, learning lessons. The more you see, the better you get. And no position is that more magnified than in the NFL at the quarterback position. So the fact that these guys have played so many games, so many seasons, they've seen so much, that's a huge advantage for each of these teams. Now the question is, in today's matchup, who comes out on top?
Cowboys coming out. As usual, it's Dak Prescott leading the way. Led the NFL in touchdown passes, Greg, a season ago. Already his 9th year at the helm for the Cowboys.
There aren't many quarterbacks in this league who come under the microscope as often as this guy does. I mean, he isn't perfect by any means, but you can certainly do a lot worse than having him lined up as your guy leading your offense. He has the athleticism to bail himself out of bad situations, but also the arm talent to make every throw on the field. So as long as he protects the ball, that's been the biggest thing in his career. If he can do that, man, he's as good as they come in this league.
Now, man, back for his second go-around with the Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. That's Alex Highsmith in for the tackle. An early test to start this one. 3rd and inches. Again, here's Zeke. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the play fake, Dak under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Now a loose football. One of the Steelers has it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
The Steelers led out by their quarterback, Russell Wilson. Still strange to not see him in a Seattle uniform where he was for a decade, a couple of years with the Broncos. And now Greg, the 9-time Pro Bowler, year 1 in Pittsburgh.
At one point, this guy was one of the top superstars in the entire league, and I don't think he's fallen as far from that as people want to imagine. This is still a winning quarterback in the NFL, and historically, what's been a very dynamic dual-threat approach in his game has turned to more of a passing style as he's gotten older. If he puts together one of those vintage performances we've seen over the years, he's going to be a hard one to beat.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Another run here with Harris. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Harris. Down to the 4, it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Cowboys 4-yard line.
One more time, it's Harris. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Najee Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to get going with their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
He was looking for Brandon Cooks with that pass, and it'll lead to a second down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks, and at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Second down, Prescott. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes. The NFL sack leader for 2023, T.J. Watt, gets in there to bring him down.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Steelers offense ready to take over for their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. Najee Harris inside the 30. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 83 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run plays to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Steelers move out on top, 14-0.
Cowboys nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And he's got it at the 1. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Going to start this on the ground with Elliott. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll stick with Elliott. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Pass completed right side to Ferguson.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
They'll run it here with Zeke. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's Prescott. That's complete to Elliott. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now give to Zeke out of the gun. He'll take this ahead for a yard, down to the 49. That's Alex Highsmith in for the tackle. Third down and 9. Throwing is Prescott. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Steelers' offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. And he has been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we're going to see much more of him as this game goes on. They'll run. This is Jalen Warren. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On the handoff, here's Harris running right. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Now a 3rd and 2. try to run for it with Harris. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Give up the middle to Harris. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results. The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Now Prescott. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. A short throw caught by Ferguson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground in line, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Steelers offense and their running back set to go once more. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this 2nd quarter, looking to run away with this one before halftime. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Now Russ. Now a screen set up for Harris. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Wilson to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
Well, a little unconventional play call here. You don't traditionally see the screen game used on third down at these shorter down and distances, but in this case, they catch the defense off guard, they timed it up well, and the back is able to convert and pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Russ. He'll get that complete. It's George Pickens. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better field for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
2 first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. Here's Harris. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to Harris again. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. The veteran Eric Hendricks on the stop. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Wilson now, off the bootleg. And that is incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it's going to lead to 4th down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Whoa! And he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. Quick throw on target to Pickens. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal. Halftime is looming, but a chance to build on that already sizable lead right here.
first and goal. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Steelers. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The Cowboys offense getting set to get back to work. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Prescott now. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Fitzpatrick.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Wilson lines up in the pistol. Oh-ho! And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. Here's a run to the 5-yard line. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd, as the clock will stop at 45 seconds to go until halftime. Ball right on the 5-yard line, 2nd down and goal. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. His 2nd touchdown of this first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
On for the extra point is Boswell. He's got it. And the Steelers move out to a commanding 28-0 first half lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Pass brought in by Ferguson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. To throw is Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. George Pickens and the Steelers offense heading back onto the field. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. 1st and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room.
Thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. We got a fine first half out of the former Alabama man, Najee Harris. He's over 100 yards rushing for the game already and found the end zone twice as well. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. And that's where the offense will take the field. Steelers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. This drive begins with a run by Harris. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. On the ground, this is Harris. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. off, it's Harris. He'll get about 2. Trayvon Diggs in on the tackle. Here's 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
To return, it is Turpin. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Here's 2nd and 9. Dak to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
In what's clearly become a passing league, Mike, if you're not actively rushing the passer, you have to be able to hold up in coverage, and that's especially true at the linebacker position. Great job here getting in those passing lanes and being able to break up that ball.
On 3rd down, Prescott. Catch is made there on the left side by Cooks. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The home team's offense and George Pickens out for their next possession. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. They run it over center with Harris. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
8 yards on the pickup.
Here's 2nd and 2. We're going to run out of the gun, and here's Harris. And he's going to get it. 1st down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
That's complete left side to Pickens. Number 14 with a pickup of 14. And a 1st down.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the 2nd half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer. They continue to get chunk plays like this. This thing could get out of reach fast.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. He'll get this ahead for about 3. The veteran Eric Hendricks on the stop.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
Second and 7. Now Warren. He'll dodge one would-be tackler and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and a yard. Handoff from the pistol to Harris. And I don't know, I think he is short. They are. They're going to mark him short, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The key to this play, Mike, was defensively their ability to stretch this ball and make him go laterally. Anytime you could force the ball carrier to go sideways on 3rd and short, it gives your defenders time to rally, make the tackle for no gain, brings up 4th down.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll go, and it's Harris. And he's going to have the Steelers' 1st down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1. Another run here with Harris. And he shows off a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8. So we are through 3. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. A give, and here comes Harris. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a 1st down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the give, it's Harris. Not much to work with there. He'll get down to about the 22. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Throwing is Wilson. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
3rd and 9. Now Wilson. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot, and I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Prescott. Now a screen set up for Elliott. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. A gain there of 11. First down, Cowboys.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A big connection from Dak to CD. 31 yards. To the air again. Prescott. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Again, Prescott to the air. His pass right side taken in by Cooks.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes.
And they'll get into the end zone for the first time tonight. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. The Cowboys are able to cut into the deficit.
Cowboys 7.
Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. You know, you think about it, Greg, they've gotten it done to this point largely thanks to the running game, and more specifically, this lead back.
Yeah, and as you see some of these highlights, he's had plenty, and when you watch a guy have success like this, it's easy to just say, hey, we're going to keep riding the hot hand until this defense can prove in some way that they can stop him or at least slow him down.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. A run. Here's Harris. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. A run with Harris. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here. His ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
Two minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now it's Harris. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. Now Russ. Now a screen set up for Harris. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. So some of these third and medium, third and long situations, it's the perfect time. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the first down.
One final kneel down here inside the 40-second mark. Should be enough to put this one on ice. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.